Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vital Blend. My name is Anthony Vita, and in this episode, I'm going to be talking to you about high blood pressure and how to get it back down to normal by changing your diet. And high blood pressure is something that's very, very common. You probably know people who have it, who are taking medications for it. High blood pressure is often associated with having heart disease or having a heart attack. Something like this is the leading killer. Heart disease is the number one reason why someone will pass away. So this is a real big issue. And if you've ever been told that your blood pressure is high, depending on your doctor, you may have a different experience. For instance, some doctors may say, look, if you can change your diet and change your lifestyle, you don't have to be on these pills, maybe never even go on them. Then there's some doctors that won't even talk about diet and lifestyle, and they'll just put you on the pills and say, here, you're going to be on this for the rest of your life. And of course, you have to deal with the side effects. Pills come with side effects. All pills do. You may get away with dizziness or constipation if you're lucky, but things could get more serious as there's different types of blood pressure pills. And even you can get cancer. There's been stuff in the news about recalls of blood pressure pills that are linked to cancer. So imagine this, you're taking a pill to lower your blood pressure, but now you've put yourself at risk for developing cancer, which is a whole nother ballgame. You don't want to go down that road. A lot of times people think that their high blood pressure, it could put them at risk for damaging their arteries if they don't do something about it. But here's the thing, is that if you have high blood pressure, your arteries are already damaged, okay? High blood pressure is a symptom of a problem with the artery. The arteries, that are going to our heart or to our brain or wherever, we have arteries going all over our entire body. But when they become clogged with plaque, stuff starts getting in the way, that's when we need more pressure to drive the blood through. And so these arteries, when they get damaged, they get injured, they develop plaques. And this is a problem. And in order for us to get our blood pressure under control, we have to first stop the injury. All right, our arteries have to heal. And they can't heal unless we stop the injury. It's kind of like if you kept banging your arm against the wall or banging your head against the wall and you didn't stop, you would get bloody and bruised, you'd get a headache, you feel a lot of pain. You go to the doctor and say, doctor, you got to give me something, the pain is crazy, my arm is bloody and bruised, but you keep banging it against the wall. And I know that this sounds stupid. And the reason why it sounds stupid is because we can actually see the damage that we're doing to our arm by banging it against the wall every single day. The problem with the inside of our body is we can't see the inside. We can't see the damage that we do to our organs and to our arteries. And this is a major, major problem. If we could see the damage that we did on the inside, I think people would clean up their diets really, really quickly if they could actually see what was going on. And so how do our arteries become injured? Well, we have to look at the food, okay, what we're running through them. And probably the biggest culprit, there's many things, but probably the biggest thing is oxidized cholesterol. Now notice I didn't say just cholesterol. I said oxidized cholesterol because cholesterol is often demonized and unfairly. We need cholesterol. Our body makes it, and we make enough for ourselves. And when we eat other animals, we get their cholesterol. So you only get cholesterol from eating other animals, other living things. And so the problem is, when we eat animals, we're cooking them and we're changing the composition of the cholesterol. We're messing with the electrons and everything. And when you start oxidizing cholesterol, this is the kind of thing that can damage the insides of our arteries. Plaques can develop, and this is where we start to develop heart disease. Blood pressure goes up, and we run the risk for a heart attack and all of that. So the first thing that we have to do is to stop the injury. And so I'm going to give you 3 things here that you can do to reduce your blood pressure naturally by way of changing your diet. Okay, so here they are. The first one is to reduce or remove animal foods and oils. So yeah, this is the part where I was just talking about, where you have to stop the injury. You have to get rid of the oxidized cholesterol. You have to get rid of the animal foods. Okay, so no meat, no dairy, and no eggs. Eggs are filled with cholesterol. Why? Because an egg is supposed to grow an animal, And so all the cholesterol is bundled up in there. We don't need to be eating that. And also, I'll throw oils in there too. Oils, when you cook oils, they can oxidize and cause damage to the insides of our arteries too. So let's get off the processed foods, including oil, and get rid of the animal foods, okay? These are high-fat foods. We don't need them. Number 2, you want to watch the sodium or salt intake. This is a big one. You know, when we have a lot of salt, a lot of sodium, a lot of salty meals and salty foods, you may notice that you kind of bloat because you retain water and your face may get puffier, or your hands. It raises your blood pressure. Now look, if you need a little bit of salt on your food so it tastes good so you'll eat it, that's one thing, but don't be adding a lot of salt, and stay away from these microwave dinners or these dinners that you order in the mail that they ship to you. High sodium. You don't need that. And don't go out to eat. Try not to go out to eat. Whenever you go out to eat at a restaurant, they're basically just serving you salt, sugar, and fat. It's very, very rich. Try to eat more at home and watch the salt, okay? Now here's number 3. Eat fruits, vegetables, and whole grains like oats. That's right. You want to eat what I like to call garden foods, you know, because people often ask, well, what do you eat on a whole food plant-based diet? You want to eat garden foods. If it grows in a garden or grows on a tree, that's your food. Eat it. I also like to say that it is a high fiber diet. You know, you have a high fiber diet, you know, fiber fills you up. It binds with toxins. It lowers your cholesterol. It helps to lower your blood pressure, and it helps to slim your waistline. If you've got weight to lose, what I just told you here will help you accomplish that too. So these are 3 things that you want to take a look at because they're very important in helping you to accomplish lowering your blood pressure. But you have to do it. You know, you can't do it halfway. If you do it halfway, your blood pressure might come down a little bit. You know, if you really want to see some major results, get off the animal foods, eat more plants, don't add salt, and stay away from the oils. Look, people often argue over whether or not cholesterol is a problem in causing heart disease. All you got to do is look and see what are they pulling out of people when they go under the knife. Okay, they're not pulling out broccoli, they're not pulling out potatoes and carbs. They're pulling out fat, they're pulling out cholesterol, saturated fat. You can see them doing this, okay? It should not be a shock. So let me know what you think about this. Have you had success reversing your high blood pressure using a whole food plant-based diet? Let me know. Drop it in the comments below. Let me know if you're looking to do this. If you need some help, if you have questions, I'll be glad to work with you. Get on my calendar. I offer a free 1-hour health breakthrough session. Look in the description below and you'll see the link for that. Also, join me on Facebook. Over there, I'm always sharing great advice from the plant-based leaders in the field and sharing inspirational transformation stories. So definitely follow me over on Facebook. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up because that tells YouTube that you found it helpful. They'll get it in front of others, and you never know, it could literally change someone's life. Okay, and be sure to subscribe. More videos are coming your way. Check out the description below. That's where you can hook up with me. And also, I have some important resources that I wanted to share with you on the topic of blood pressure and a whole food plant-based diet. You'll want to check that out as well. Until next time, be sure to take care of yourself and eat more plants, all right? And I will see you soon.